What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Charles Marlowe with Millennial Trades. So this video, we're doing 10 reasons why it's good to scalp options, or 10 reasons why you should scalp trade options. So when I talk about scalping, when I talk about day trading in the way that I do it, these trades usually last a couple of seconds to maybe a few minutes. Sometimes they last up to a half an hour or so, but we're not talking about being in a trade all day long or being in a trade for 2 and 3 hours at a time. These are very, very quick moves that we're trying to catch, and we're doing all of this not with buying stock, right? We're not spending $10,000 per trade. We don't even have an account that has $10,000 in it, all right? We are scalping option contracts, but here we've got 10 reasons why you should consider scalp trading options. So number one is you don't need a lot of money to start. You can actually start with a very small amount of capital. Now, what is a small amount of capital? Realistically, you should have at least $500. $1,000 is really that sweet spot. You do not need a large amount of capital to start with. We see from a lot of these traders online, they say, well, you should have a minimum $25,000, or some people say $10,000. Some people say, unless you have that kind of capital saved up, that you shouldn't be trading. But the reality is that most of us don't have that kind of capital, at least not yet. So you may only have a stimulus check or, a couple grand that you saved up, over the last few months or year or so. You can definitely put that in an account and start to trade it and build the capital. Number two, there's no PDT rule on options trading. Now, one of the reasons that a lot of the online gurus tell us we need $25,000 to trade is because the PDT rule basically states that unless you have a minimum of $25,000 in your account, you're going to be restricted to only 3 day trades a week. And the great thing about trading options is that the PDT rule does not apply to options. So if you have $1,000 in your account, you could take 10 $100 trades, right? A trade that costs about $100 to put on. You could make 10 of those trades in a day, and you wouldn't be violating the PDT rule. You wouldn't be at risk of your account being closed. So that's really great. Number three on why you should trade options is that the cash actually settles the very next day. So unlike stock, where it takes, I think, 2 days, if not 3, for those funds to settle, and then you can kind of day trade those funds again, the cash on options settles the very next day. So let's say you make 10 $100 trades with your $1,000 account, right? You make 10 of those trades. The very next day, let's say you profit and you made $50 that day. The very next day, you will have $1,050 to trade with. So it's absolutely amazing how quickly the cash settles when you trade options. Number four is the low fees or commissions. Most of the platforms nowadays have free trades when it comes to stock, right? You don't have to pay any commission on your stock. Now, that being said, that makes us using the platforms the product, not the customer. I won't get into that in this video, but if you are using Robinhood or WeBull, you should understand that you're the product. You're actually not the customer. The market makers and the bigger, fund managers, they are the customers. Our accounts are basically being sold and traded to them. Without getting into all of that, the low fees and commissions on options makes it very attainable. So you do have to pay a small fee on TD Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers, right? Some of these, more professional platforms, you will have to pay. Sometimes it's a $1.50 a trade, right? Like maybe 60 cents in, 60 cents out. I have been able to negotiate mine down a little bit more, and if you trade in that broker account for a while, you'll probably be able to call them, negotiate, the options trading fee. I believe on Robinhood and WeBull, there are no options trading fees. So if you're on WeBull, you can trade options for free, right? Paying no fees. But I spend anywhere between $5 and maybe $10 a day in fees trading options. That would be the fourth reason why you would want to scalp options, is because of the low fees. Number 5 is, if you trade options, scalp options, it gives you the opportunity to focus on building your capital. See, a lot of people, they have $1,000 or $500. They say to themselves, well, I'm going to invest in the stock market, right? And I'm going to turn this $1,000 into $100,000. Can it happen? Yeah, it's possible. But is it probable? No. And does it likely happen to very many people? No, absolutely not. The best way to use $1,000, in my humble opinion, is to learn how to actively trade or actively scalp option contracts in the morning. Most people, I think that if they could learn how to do it, which is not what this video is about, but if you could learn options and learn how they work and learn how to trade them, you can build that $1,000 a lot faster than if you actually invest it, right? Because if you invest it, that's $1,000 that is basically just, locked into the market. It's tied up. If your positions go down, you don't have a lot of control of that over that. There's a lot of overnight risk, which does lead me to the sixth reason why you should scalp trade options is that it's safe, relatively so. Right? As soon as you're out of the trade, I close out cash every single day. I don't hold these trades overnight. So there is no overnight risk, right? The money that's in my account, the $1,800 in my account right now is going to be there tomorrow morning. That I have found to be a very good aspect of this strategy, especially if you want to focus on building your capital. Number 7, scalping options gives you a great chance to learn technical analysis. I like to focus more on price and volume. I'm not looking at moving averages or Bollinger Bands or MACDs or RSIs. I'm sure some of that stuff is applicable to some styles of trading, but when I'm scalping, you have to have a scalper's mindset. The only thing that really matters to me is the price and the volume, maybe the VWAP and my supply and demand, but those aren't indicators, right? The supply and demand, I'm actually charting those manually myself. It does give you a great chance to learn technical analysis, which can then be applied to other styles of trading or investing. Once you start to get the hang of technical analysis, you'll see the areas where it's most likely going to pull back. You'll see the areas where the bottoms most likely are. So that's another great thing about trading options is that you're looking at the markets every single day. You're manually mapping out the levels and the zones where you're going to be active. You're putting on these trades. You're journaling them. You're going to learn about technical analysis and learn about how the markets move very, very quickly. Number 8. If you're like me and you like to micromanage things, scalping options is a great strategy if you're the type of person that needs to micromanage your trade. If you're swing trading or long-term investing or even intraday trading for that matter, where you're holding it all day and you're going to sell at the close, it's not really worth it to micromanage those trades, right? Like if you're swing trading, you don't even need to be in front of the screen all day, right? You just put the trade on and hopefully a couple weeks later, it hits your levels and you sell out. And if it doesn't, you have a stop loss, you get out. But with scalping, you're in these trades for minutes, moments at a time, seconds often. And so you can really micromanage, where your entry is in. You can zoom in on the 1 minute chart, get in, you can get out, you can scale in, and it's very hands-on, it's very active. You're actively participating. This isn't a passive strategy. It's very aggressive as well. But because it's so aggressive, you do need to micromanage the trade. This isn't something where you can just put a trade on and, I hope by the end of the day it's up. No, right? We're trying to get the profit. If it's 30, 40, 50 bucks, take it. Get the hell out of there. Number 9 is the instant gratification. One of the best reasons why you would want to use this strategy is that it gives you that rush. It gives you that instant gratification. I can't tell you how exhilarating it is to see that you're up $100, a couple $100 within a half an hour, and you can just relax the rest of the day. I mean, obviously you should be journaling your trades and putting in your spreadsheet. And as far as trading goes, if you're up a couple $100, I'm going to take that. I'm not going to continue to trade, and it gives me the instant gratification, and then I can just kind of do whatever else I want to do that day, as opposed to going in and punching into a clock. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's very grueling, and a lot of people don't want to do that, right? I mean, that's why I'm trading, because I don't want to punch in at a time clock and, rent my hours to somebody else. That's why we're trading, right? Let's just be real about it. But the instant gratification is glorious. And then number 10, scalping options gives you a very, very creative outlet to express yourself. Now, people are going to be like, express yourself? Well, what do you mean by that? One of the main reasons why you would want to do this, right? Why you would want to make money scalping is so that you can control your time, control your schedule, control your life, right? Actually have the freedom to manage your life and do with your time what you want. Number two, because all of that time is freed up and all that energy that you would have otherwise spent, working for the man, you're able to do so many other things, right? Like I could spend time on my YouTube channel. I can spend time in the gym, right? Because I have the financial backing. I have the financial stability, right? I'm building a financial foundation for the rest of my life. And then it also gives you money where, if you want to buy jewelry, if you like, silver, right? If you like silver chains, it just gives you the financial freedom to express yourself as a consumer. It's not only the time that's freed up where you can do other things and, build a social media platform. You can spend time with family, spend time at your church. I sing in my church's choir. There's so many other things in life that I can do because I'm afforded it, because of all the time that is saved by trading, because of the financial stability and the financial backing. You also, as a consumer, you can express yourself in any way that you want. And hopefully we all make, responsible decisions as consumers. Those are the two ways that you can express yourself if you become a 9:30 to 10 options trader. This is a very risky thing. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling anybody that you should quit your job and try to become an options trader. But I am suggesting that if you want to learn how to trade, starting with options and scalping them, I think is the best place to start. The quick moves, getting in and out. This has been really the only method that I have found to be profitable for me. Some people are good at swing trading. Some people are good at long-term investing. I seem to fit best with short-term scalp options trading. So let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Did I miss anything? Are there other reasons why one would want to trade options that are not on this list? You guys let me know in the comment section down below. Give the video a like. Let me know what else you would like to see on this channel. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them in a video. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Remember, stay safe out there. Preserve your capital, not only your financial capital, but your mental capital as well. And with that, as always, until next time, God bless.